Yeah, the sound quality's off today. Good afternoon, everybody. April 3rd in the afternoon. Nice to see you, Polly and Cobra John, Dory Lynn, Copper, everybody out there, Kaylee. Nice to see all of you. Harvey, hope you're a little more cheery today. Welcome to you. Yeah, it's kind of my fight back here against another damp, and hope I'm going to be out this afternoon on a little more urban adventuring out there post-flood, little check around. I'm going to do a little chooching around, see how this area is recovering after the massive flooding we had a few weeks ago. Hey, how you doing, Beryl? Nice to see you. Hi, Tommy. Hey, Snickerdoodle. Your birthday month, April. Woo! Nice to see you, honey. Yeah, Rosie's not off. She is right on. So I'm happy to see everybody today. Kind of more serious subject matter. It wasn't going to be, but given the, hey, Robert, how are you? Given the tenor of what's going on in the last couple days. And I've also gotten some demands from some people that I address certain things, you know, some of the people that hold chats. More than one person has said you really need to address this subject because you run chats. And I'm going to do that. Reaper Man, how are you? Nice to see you. Mouse Toes, nice to see you. Hey, Vans. It was nice to hang out. It was nice to hang out. Hey, yeah, man. Interesting vids today. Hey, aloha, Colleen. Hey, Celeste, how are you, honey? Well, it's some serious. Some I hope will come off as a little lighthearted, but some days you got to take care of business. It's almost like a community demands that you make a stand on something. Hey, misdemeanor, brown-eyed girl, nice to see you. Hey, Nathan, 60s, nice to see you. You got to stand up, and sometimes you have to what would I say? You have to restate what your channel's all about. And the reasons why. Handsome Robert in the house. Nice to see all of you. I want to start off with the trouble with the mod squad. Question mark. And I put it as a question mark because I seriously don't know. You know, you put people as moderators and you hope for the best. And I really think I have some of the best mods in the business. Thank you, Claire. I really do. Oda May, JK NoCal, Harvey, the other ones that I have in there that names kind of escape my attention, Tom Finland. And the one thing that they have in common is they know, and if you're going to be a moderator on a channel, and maybe you guys agree or maybe you don't disagree, you have to be prepared. You know, it's like when you're having presidential debates and you ask somebody to be a moderator, you don't expect them to be in there taking a Republican side. Thank you, Simon. You don't expect people to be taking a Republican side or a Democrat or an independent or a Green Party or a libertarian. That person is charged with the responsibility of doing what? Of keeping order, of keeping things moving along. Yeah, I think I have great mods. I think I do. Hello, Tom Finland. I think I have excellent mods. Tom Finland's one that came on the scene. Been on my channel forever. Has enjoyed my content. I love Tom Finland to pieces. Many people did not even know Tom Finland. But he was somebody that really enjoyed my, hey, how you doing, Wog? Yeah, anybody can be a mod. No, they can't. It is a special gift that the person is born with. And we're going to talk about that, Wog. We're going to talk about how it is a special gift. Hey, Ontario. It is a special gift. But to be a mod and to be a good one means sometimes you got to grit your teeth. You may not like what you see, but you try to hew to the wishes of what the channel holder wants to do. Yeah, I think the mods are amazing. And per capita on streams, they take out less people than probably any other stream. And they let that thing go. They let free speech reign. But once in a while, things can get whacked a little bit. And they got whacked. Recently, I've had some blocking done on the channel. But what surprised me is not the people that were blocked, but a lot of what the block does. Hello, Henry Hobson. Mwah. A lot. Yeah, they protect your channel. But the last couple days, there's been blocking that's been done that I have not been totally aware of or on top of. But the thing that surprised me is not the blocking that occurred. Hey, blocking happens. But the thing that really has surprised me, hey, thank you, Colleen. The thing that's really shocked me is the response of some people upon the blocking. Now, I'm not going to talk about Melton John. I'll be getting into that situation in a little bit. But I will say, when I discovered that I was blocked, and I've been blocked for a while on his channel, when I discovered that I was blocked on his channel, I did not do a video. I did not do a rant. When I crossed paths with Melton John again, I simply asked him, hey, I'm blocked in your chat. Could you unblock me? It seems like the right thing to do in a civilized sort of society is that you ask politely, you know, and I'm not his cup of tea oftentimes, and he's certainly not my cup of tea oftentimes. But the civilized thing to do is to contact or ask other people to contact. Not to be doing a video, okay, and scoring somebody like I was scored yesterday multiple times. Now, my request has always been very, very, hey, Josh, has always been very, 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 very simple here. That if people are acting decently in the chat, let them stay. If they're starting to post vile stuff, if they're starting to drop people's docs, using racist terms, using other terms, then just remove them. Just remove them. It's a very simple thing to do. But don't remove them because of a personal animosity that you have with them. Your personal dislike for them, your relationship. How you doing, Vanessa? Hey, Quirky. Your relationship with them, with other people. Now, that's very hard to do. It takes special kind of people to rise above, grit their teeth, and just moderate a chat. So when I get some messages, your mods are out of control, they blocked this person out, they blocked this person out. Well, it's a little bit overstated because there's not a lot of people removed. When you go to my block list, it's ridiculously short. Ridiculously short block list. So as far as zillions of people being taken out, usually Carlos Martinez dominates about 3/4 of the removal list. So I'm just saying the best thing to do on my channel is just, if you get blocked out, just contact me or ask somebody else in the chat to contact me. Write me a Gmail. icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com, my Gmail, and let's get it resolved. Let's see if it was something that should have been done. But to fire up a chat and do a hangout, tell people that, you know, you're going to put it in gear, you're going to teach respect for your elders, blah, blah, blah. I don't really think, hey, Brockovich, I don't really think that that's a really cool thing to do. As hard as it is for some mods, I mean, recently, you know, who would appear and they would immediately be timed out. I ask people to resist doing that, and let's keep this an open chat. One of the few last ones that's really and truly open, but it's still contained in terms of what's going on and what people are saying in here. I don't just, you were never blocked. How you doing, Kelly? What's up, Sean? I hope the last of the rain is coming through. Mike and Mills, nice to see you. Well, you know, RV Davey got banned. RV Davey's got a history, and my rule, and then somehow Amanda May got banned off the other day. But instead of going through the recontact channel and just saying, you know, it devolves into kind of a mess. Okay, I only care about, and I'll be talking about the last part, patrolling our corner of YouTube over here. And as long as somebody is decent on my chat and that they behave themselves on the side chat, I don't really care. I do care, but I'm smart enough after all these years to know that I'm not a legal expert. I'm not a court of law. I can only take care of what happens in the chat room in here. I don't try to run other people's chats. I don't try to tell other people what they should do on their chats. Quite simply, if an RV Davey is decent in my chat, I don't have an issue with it. If some war breaks out amongst people in a side chat, it's kind of up to the mods to say, hey, chill out or be out. Now, that may have happened. That may have been what happened. Karen says, I'm a mod for a few channels and I've been blocked by association. It happens. Yeah, there's a lot of chimping about being banned. But the thing that bothers me is not so much the ban, it's the response to the people that get banned out. That use that as a bashing opportunity instead of giving somebody a chance to make it right. Give people a chance to make it, to fix it up. Okay? Give people a little more credit for being easygoing and knowing the nature. What's up, Kenko? How are you? I don't know how you guys feel about that. It seems to me that the proper thing to do is let everybody chat, and then if stuff gets out of line, then you deal with it. You don't take people out on site. You let things go. Let's see. Thank you, Tommy. He says, damn, I once blocked somebody by mistake on the channel, and I hit the one above, but I apologize, and they came back after 300. Accidents do happen. Thank you, Punky B. Says, I appreciate your authenticity. Even when I don't agree, I appreciate your perspective. Well, it's an honest perspective. Thank you, Drama. Yeah, how you doing? I don't know if you're sick, Nicole. You were firing up enough hangouts and stuff. Oh, damn. Mods here always warn before ban, what I've seen. Yeah, so I'm just saying, yeah, you know you're living a boring troll life if you've never been banned. Hey, Susie. Nicole was raging. Oh boy, yeah. Give peace a chance. That's what. Oh, you had a dream about me last night. Nice to see you, Joe King. So just try to bear that in mind. It's not easy to be a mod in here. That's for damn sure. And they do a great job. And I hope all of them will see this. We'll see this back later. And then shot for views. The next subject, and this is specifically, you know, we've had the specter of racism come over our communities again. Hello, Faith. And I can tell you when you're older, and I mean really older in this community. Hey, how you doing, Lisa Yarborough? And you've been raised in the South. You really have some perspectives. Not only observing, but also growing up, getting older, going through being trans, recognizing that you certainly know prejudice, phobias. There you go, Fugazi. There we go, my wog. You really know it. And I listen to some of these things that go down on these chats, and I think, man, you know, sometimes I think we've come a long way, and sometimes I think we haven't come far. But then I realized that we're on YouTube. And that some people grab the low-hanging fruit for shock value. And I was watching another hangout a little bit ago, and I saw Jeff T. Rose comment that change, you know, expecting people to change, man. It's like if you know somebody on YouTube for 10 years and they haven't changed, it's pretty likely they're not going to change. The real question is, would those people have the courage to have such a big mouth if they were going into a community of color and spouting off that kind of stuff? And of course, we know the answer is no. We have the safety and comfort of our keyboard to be behind. So we don't really have to be concerned with the ramifications of being controversial. Well, maybe you think twice when the cops come to your door. Families threaten. maybe you start to see things a little differently than people can reach out to you. And this is a much bigger community than the little playground you might have been in before. I mean, people will mess you up. People with time on their hands. That's what I'm saying, drama hunters. So when I get the panicked and frantic emails, Gmails, yes, that you've got to address this subject. This person ticks off some of the big chat hosts. You got to tackle this subject. It depends on you. We all know. How you doing, Papa Grizz? What are we going to teach you about being racist? What are we going to say about being racist? Don't be racist. You know, there's certain things we know you either get it now that all men and women are created equal. There's no guarantee of equal outcomes, but they are created equal. We know. How you doing, Kevin Leonard? We know what the answer is, don't we? I mean, don't we know? It's 2019. It's not like I grew up and was a kid in 1963, 4, 5, 6. So institutionalized racism on a massive scale in Baltimore. I mean, massive. Not many people in this community have seen racism on that old school scale. Lunch counters segregated, buses segregated, communities segregated, schools segregated, amusement parks, movie theaters, everywhere you went. I mean, we know it. How you doing, Vegas Vixen? We know what the answer. We know we know what's right in our mind. So when you deviate from that path, there's a couple things that may have gone on. Hey, Barbie girl, number one, you may have had a very negative history. But you know what? In life, you have to rise above that because we have to take every person as an individual. In other words, Elvis is famous for telling his stories of working as a corporate security officer in a call center dominated by Black women. And as he claimed, he was wrongfully terminated because of his relationship with them. It colored his whole perspective, I think. Sadly. And I give people a pass and I say, maybe there was something in the background. Semper Fi, Yujiro, maybe there was something in the background. It went on with Melton. Maybe he wanted to be a lawyer and there was a quota system and he assumed that maybe he was passed over because of some misjustice of affirmative action. We don't really know. But if I had to put money on it, I would guess it's more shock for views. Because we know the right civilized way to act in society. We may feel in our hearts sometimes, why this happened to me, or I don't like the way society's gone, or blah, blah, blah. But we know, hey, Sister Earth, in our hearts, what's the right thing. So when I'm pushed and demanded do a statement of do a talk about racism things on YouTube and how it's unacceptable, you know, we're taking coals to Newcastle in 2019. We know that. I mean, I talk to you as a trans woman. I know I know what that's about. I have an intimate awareness of what what bias and prejudice can be in life. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, Joe King. So, you know, I can disagree with his thought processes, but as Americans, we have to live with that fact. And on YouTube, that people are going to say things that are going to be irritating and just plain wrong. But in my opinion, as long as we control what's in our own world and what happens on our little corner, I think that's the best, the very best that we can be. Yeah, you get to, things happen. There's plenty of blacks that are racist. There's plenty of whites that are racist still out in the world. But what do we want to be? That's the big question. How do we want to be? We can't worry and take comfort. Well, other people are like that, so it's okay to be like that. It's not. Exactly, Carlos. Some people say things just for shock values. The Howard Stern type of shock jock. Why? Because people talk about it, and Howard Stern ends up getting a $200 million contract. Right? It's the shock that gets the views. It's the shock that gets talked about. It sure as hell is the shock that's been talked about the last 2 days. That's right. I mean, it's exactly the desired outcome that was one. If people had just chosen to just ignore it, it would have been difficult. And then they can sort of say to themselves, I'm not going to support that chat. I'm not going to go over there. Maybe one day he'll clean up his act. But I'm not going to go over there. But that's up to the individual to do that. Hello, Chris, but this thing has just exploded because exactly, a definite aim to be provocative. Just like initially coming in when Melton came in January, on January 24th, before Elvis even mentioned it on January 28th, Melton had a video up targeting me and targeting Elvis. I knew at that point in time, although Elvis got rattled, he's going to come at me with a baseball bat. He's down in Clearwater, blah, 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 down here. I knew that it was just a guy with a history that I knew from years ago. NOE, Network of Evil, just doing his shtick. Yeah, Kenko said good and bad and all, but we must move away from those who want to use it as a view maker. That's what's wrong with this world. Yeah, I would kind of agree, but we're human beings. We like to go where the action is. We like to stand there, as terrible as it is. Ambulance chasers will stop the car and look at a house ablaze. We'll slow down to look at a wreck. You know, if we hear some kind of melee going on, we'll come out of our doors and look and say, it's human nature that we do that. Yeah, negative attention is still attention to some people. So when you fire up the Hangouts and you're telling people that this should not be and this type of behavior, you're telling people that already know. And in my mind, I don't think that you've converted anybody else that had a set frame of mind if they were racist or not racist. I don't think anything changed at all. Thank you, Michelle. That's the bottom line. Do you think anything changes as a result of the... No, but you do make a statement about it, and that's cool. I'm happy. I mean, when I think about where things came from in this society and growing up in a southern city and watching and firsthand when all these younger people in here that have no concept of where we came from, and people today have a right to demand that we continue to do better. And I agree with that. All right. Tiff says hello. Awesome, Andres. Yeah. Sorry, you're lucky. All we have on the news is all the people being knifed at Brexit. Yeah, we are on some breakdown of civilization. That's for sure. Keyboard, remember, it's very comfortable to sit in the safety of your undoxed location and stir the shit pot. That's easy to do. That's the easy thing to do. The hard thing to do, as I've said week in and week out, is build on positive, build on content, show people things, do things with people, take people places, educate people. That's the hard work. Hey, nature woman. So, you know, when I look at Vegas Vixen, and I've known Vegas Vixen for years extremely well. I say I've even shared a bed with Vegas Vixen. I know in her heart that there's not a racist, sexist bone in her body. But at the same time, you see Vegas Vixen and she tries to, you know, all of a sudden you're in a pool, you're in a vortex that's swirling. And you're thinking, do I just go with the flow or do I try to swim out of this thing? And now she's noticed that she's caught between somebody that she's friendly with and likes 95% of what this person's about. Hey, hippie. But now this 5% is causing her a lot of mental unrest. But the thing to remember, the thing that I think you bear in your heart is you may not like everything that Vegas Vixen's done in the past here on the Void, but the one thing I can tell you is, you know darn well she's not racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, or any of those things. The only thing that I can honest to God say that she's against is lousy Elvis tribute artist. Exactly, Sister Earth. You've seen it all the time. Sean says, I'm outraged at the number of times Vegas Vixen used the term fake outrage. Well, let me tell you, sometimes it's real outrage. There are some people that are genuinely offended when they hear somebody called a negative racial term, a transphobic term, a homosexual term. There's people that are they're not fake outrage, they're real outrage. And they don't mind calling out on you and telling you how they feel about it. So I think there is, exactly, Chris. Kindness goes a long way. So does understanding. So is separating people. You know, if I had to be a betting person, I would bet the same thing's going to come down the pike with the same person again, because the stew is hot now and it's ready to be served up. Harvey says, I sometimes feel like turning my back on the Void completely. Well, Harvey, let's be real. Nobody ever leaves the Void. Okay. Vegas Vixen says, the fake outrage refers to outraging against something said that wasn't true. My stream is, there's nothing wrong with it or racist about it. What you had then was a misunderstanding, Vegas Vixen. And I saw your stream and I saw the other stream. And for the record, You know, I get a lot out of Nika's streams. I appreciate her calmness and demeanor that she brings to things. She's broadened my world. I like her perspective on stuff. I've listened to her streams and other people's streams and your stuff. And sometimes this is something that can spin out of control, because the more you try to fix it up, the worse it gets. There'll always be small-minded people out there who just want to set up spill the apple cart just for drama. Yeah, exactly. There's nothing really wrong, and the main thing Vegas fixing, there ain't nothing wrong with you and your feelings about this. We may drink a little too much sometimes, but I sure appreciate the person that you are, and I know your heart, and I know what you're not. What I think is that you are somebody that's caught in a world of confusion, a whirlpool of commentary, and you're left trying to figure out the best way to deal with that. But I will say this before I move on to the last corner is, yeah, I admire Vegas fiction. I'm drinking beer on Easter. Well, I can't wait for me to get drinking again. Joe, I will say this. If you're one that uses racist terms and they flow from your mouth, and they've flown from other people too, Elvis, shame on you. You get what you get. You know, and then don't wonder why there's a shitstorm of controversy and other things, because a lot of it may be based in your own experience, but it's not right. Sometimes you just have to sit on stuff and suck it down. Thank you, Rebecca. Are we making stew today? No, I'm going to be out in the flood zone, seeing how the recovery is going out there this afternoon. Harvey said the boy would be fine if only people would turn down the anger bit. We're at a high season. Yeah, I've said dumb shit. You know, we're at a high season of drama right now, because we've got two huge communities came together, and we're all gradually interlacing more and more and forming one mega community. So we're seeing a lot more things. There's a lot more, you know, it's like, I told somebody when I answered them on the Gmail, it's like whale watching, right? You're out there on the boat. Oh, look off the port side. Whoa, there's a real blow up. Oh man, there's a great white shark taking down a sea lion. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, now look off the starboard side and you'll see, you know, the next drama over there. There's a lot of rings to the circuses now. So the community's just exploded, and it's like 10-ring circuses. Yeah, wait until hot August nights, people pissed off, the heat of summer, and then the shit really hits the fan. Yeah, the flood zone, post-flood, the flood should be very interesting. Hey, Tasha. Exactly. Don't say dumb stuff. I'm going to grab something to drink and then wrap onto the last topic of what I wanted to just say today. It's Hotel California down here, huh? Let me scroll up for a second. Yeah, countdown till Easter and getting some drinks again. Plus, I'm on a very restrictive diet too. But, you know, Harvey, it is what it is. It's not something that you were probably used to. I've seen the same sort of thing with Robert coming into the community. Handsome Robert. Seeing somebody I care about a great deal on here. And I worry sometimes about how this place changes people. I really do. Yeah, April 21st. There you go. I worry about how this place changes people. I've seen people change. Hey, 180. I think it's 18 days. I've seen people change in this community and not for the better. I saw somebody like Handsome Robert stream snipe me on International Boulevard in some hellhole in Oakland when Narce and I were down there. He didn't really know a lot about the Boyd. Now he's getting immersed in the Boyd. He's on live streams. And sometimes I'm fearful for the way this changes a guy that's really classy and a gentleman, and then being, shout out to Nick Gers, you know, and I just hope things yeah, there's nothing little about Rosie's tan lines. Yeah, they're pretty tiny. Anyway, I just hope he's a really good guy. I don't want I'm an old broad. I don't want people to be hurt and stuff. So, you know, hey Kelly, how are you? Sometimes I fear for new people that come into the community. I mean, it's like Harvey came in. Harvey came in as a result of my vintage audio stuff. It's a hell of a gear shift to be to go from that to something else, you know, to get down. I know. How you doing, Otame? And yeah, for all my mods, if you weren't here, make sure you watch the first 10 minutes. Let's not just kick people and boot people, okay? I've already been through all that stuff with others. I got the best mods in the business. Let's just treat people and deal with them on how they behave in the streams, because I'm getting my ass handed to me on some other places. Yay, go Rosie, Reaper Man. Bridges says, I don't like the terms ghetto, though, and thug. Well, ghetto's just a fact of life. You know, you can look it up in a dictionary. I don't like the term. I don't like it, the term, you know, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, you know, but it's in there. When I was first here, I got really hurt. Now I don't let the jerks. Exactly, Vicky. It happens. But is it good for you or is it bad for you? That's the issue. Yeah, ghettos exist. It's a fact. Do you remember how I stumbled upon your channel? Henry, I think it was from the RV thing, Drory's chats. Was that right? You were thinking about, I think that was it. Or else you liked the way I filled out a bikini. I can't quite remember. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, Kathy Weezer. Yeah, I love Kathy's cool. I like Kathy. Hey, Monique, how are you? I felt real bad for Kathy. You know, I saw her on, listening to her on Stellar stream. I tripped over a loudspeaker cable, and here I am. How you doing, Aaron? Woo! You both, Lola. Take your pick. Flip a coin. No, we got the Cassidy in the house. There we go. It's funny. Hello, Mohammed. Our being showing up as a suggestion. There we go. I knew I kind of remembered you from that, Henry Hobson. And then, man, it was on. Henry's like, what the hell is this? And I talked yesterday on my Hangout about how since 2015, when Hangouts used to be rather genteel and focused on subject matter, people brought their A game to the Hangouts. Now it's like, let's play Hangouts, Basharamas and all that. I think that we have to consider the source of where the comments personally block someone. If you, that's what I say. I like to have open. Thank you. Thank you, Cassie. I like to have open chats. That if you come in here and things are cool, then you'll be cool in the chat. That's all. So such an easy requirement. And I know sometimes it's as mods, it's very difficult not to bring your personal beliefs into a chat. But that's what makes you a mod here, is your ability to be disgusted with me, but let the chat be the chat. We have to grab on the whiskey's guitar strings to make sure they don't snap and it flies out there in outer space. Take a break, but never leave. That's it. Yeah, Oda May's like, I always block Sean the Brit because he's a white guy. Yeah, he's too white. Get some sun. Get some sun. So shock for views. Come on. You want me to talk about, you know, and I know particularly Spirit of Salt was very strident in her push to get people to address this subject, and I would just say we know what proper behavior is. This is 2019. Anything I could say would never change anybody's mind or behavior here on YouTube. Bridges said I had to increase my meds since finding the boy. Sean says, to me, it depends on the context of how a word is used and not necessarily the word itself. To which I will say, but there are words that are patently offensive that I grew up hearing in my younger days, all the way through the 1960s, 70s, right into the 80s. It sure helped shape me to the person that I am today. So the last thing I want to, what's up, Marshall? So the last thing I want to talk about, well, the code didn't care about modding, so I removed King of all things. The last thing I want to talk about is patrolling our corner. And just to restate again, for people that want other chat holders and chat hosts to block people out on their chats, you have a right to run your chats the way you want. And I respect that right. And never in all of my years of running chats on here have I ever gone, I'm a brat style. Never have I ever gone and told somebody else how to run their chat. I couldn't even imagine doing something like that. You can have an opinion, you can make a suggestion, but when people start to tell you this person should not be allowed in your chat, this should not be allowed in your chat, I draw the line at that. And if you take care of your corner of the Boyd or the drama community, and if you do a good job on that, and you see negative behavior that occurs on your corner, and you remove it, good on you. If it comes over to my corner, and it results in somebody spouting crazy shit on the keyboard or on the panel, whoop, out they go. But I take every chat as an independent sort of unit. If you come into the chat and if you behave yourself and don't post crazy stuff, then we never have a problem on here. And if you accidentally get blocked out, don't go make a video whining about it. Give me a chance. Give other people a chance to fix it. Take time to drop a Gmail. Take time to contact one of the mods. Give us a chance to fix it. It's like your mom. Yeah, I'm going to do it tonight, Monique. I'm going to be doing channel shouts out tonight. I can make it like new. Yeah, if you want a channel shout out tonight, we'll actually click on your channel. We'll put it on present. And we'll just overview the look. We can't put individual role videos, but we can overview. Monique has a very interesting, and I'll talk about her channel because I know it very well. So if you want to, hey, Sweet Meadow, just drop me a line. We'll talk about your channels tonight. Marshall says, you trust too many people. One day these trolls will get you a strike on panel. Remember, Marshall, I'm like you now. I'm mostly a solo artist. Okay? The people I have on my panel when I'm done, like after a space girl from Planet Triple X or after baking on a Friday night, I have no concern about those people. Okay? I have every single confidence in the people. If you want a channel shout out, Sweet Meadow, you have to drop me a Gmail so I can get a list, get you on the list. Okay? And my contact information is right on the front. It's right on the About page. Someone's either using your pics or you have a doppelganger. Well, it happens all the time. This has been one of the big issues that some of the recent really big mouths on here that have gone on just rants and raging have been subject to clone accounts that have gone into chats, said terrible things, and then their co-conspirator takes a quick screenshot of that, takes that and passes it on to the people that are unable to differentiate reality from fantasy life. Now they're starting to become aware. Now some of them are starting to realize they've been duped and played for idiots. Well, put the toothpaste back in the tube. You're never blocked here, Smooth. So, you know, there's tons of them. There's very few people blocked on here, Smooth, as you know. I can take diversity of opinion. A lot of people that run chats can. Some people are sensitive to it. Yeah. Sorry, Rosie. Fatty was in here and I didn't say hi. Hi, you mad bro. How are you? Trolls of a feather flock together. I'd like to see, you know, Wog Fugazi saying I want to talk about his channel tonight. There's quite a few people. Yeah, Marshall never has any. Joe King said, looks like Elvis is in here trying to tell you how to run your channel. I mean, he never has any hesitation to tell me how I should do, how I should run my channel, despite the success that I enjoy, such as it is, the small base success I enjoy. I still want a pecan baby. You know, if you do, Carlos, then I say, you know, you've got an issue. That's what I would say. You got to sort it out in your own mind. You got to deal with what brought you to that point and let it go. But you can't expect to come in here and drop the N word, C word. And I would tell anybody, hey, Uber Goober, how you doing, sweetie? Yeah, man, grow up. Anybody that comes on the panel, it's the same as Elvis. This is a business. I don't like people cursing, doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, my success is what obviously irritates Elvis. Correct. He goes low, I go high. What's going on, Juice? Oh, you just had to say something. I like it when Uber Goober. You got to come on the panel some night, Uber Goober. Franny's around. Yeah, she's doing good. Well, realizing that blacks don't belong in white societies is not racist. It is a fact. Well, just remember this, Carlos. How they originated in this society was not of their making or doing. If you want to go back and talk about original causes, they probably have much more of a bone to pick with us than we with them. Remember, they didn't come here in ships and impress and grab white people and put them up for auction on plantations in Africa. Remember where it originated. Go back to the roots of it, and then see how you might feel through history. Parole baby, just for the business. Parole baby, just for the business. Yeah, Carlos is being a noob, right? Doesn't matter, Carlos, what it was. The fact of the matter is they were brought here. Not of their own free will. But this is not the place to debate that. We all know what the decent thing is, Carlos. Especially if you live in the United States, where our Declaration of Independence and our Constitution, all men are created equal. Some people want to guarantee equal outcomes, but it doesn't work that way. But it's nice to think from the original that all people are created equal. Yeah, well, what I can tell you, Carlos, is fire up a hangout and have a discussion with it and run with it. Okay? That's my best advice to you, because I'm very comfortable with the concept of equality, equal opportunity. Open arms for all. Okay, welcome back, Bridges. Yeah, everybody, that's what I'm saying. If you really want to be a stand-up person, get in front of that camera and speak your piece out. Put it out there. Yeah, we have freedom of speech, but words are not free. And people have freedom of speech back too, and they have freedom of action. Oh, there we go. Monique, we're going to a Rangers game, girl. And we're going to sit there on the stream. Monique, are you fingering yourself? No, Rosie, I'm collaring. I love my girl, Monique. Every damn hangout I listen to her now. Well, Carlos says the truth is blacks do not belong in a white society. By whose order? You know? I mean, that's the point. Cops, Rosie, cops coming, pray for me, son, moving out. Oh no, okay, be careful, Gigi. God, be careful, please, okay? Maybe it's best the Popo be there. That's it. 1,000 poems. Oh man. That's funny. Come on, pecan, baby. Yeah, it's better to have the cops there. You know, I don't want to see you have any problem, honey. There's a vision. Vicky's like, God, 1,000 poems. You're wrecking days in here. Oh, man, it's funny. Perfect weather. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know Carlos's backstory sometime. You know? Yeah. How you doing this girl's journey? Yeah, be careful, Gigi. Man, some of those situations are really a lot more dangerous than what I walked through. Good Lord. Yeah, I mean, aren't you curious about the roots of Carlos? I really am. I don't know, 180. There was a claim that I claimed that she was, but I never had an opinion about that. I don't play along. I don't, you know, Rose, did you ship out the Jesus, Wog. Oh, I'm not Allie's. I'm going into a nice area, Vicky. I'm going to check out post-flood damage and see how reconstruction. We're going to go in there and assess some of the damage from the outside of these terrible floods that wrecked a lot of businesses and stuff. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Susie. I'm much more scared of domestic. But 180, I don't give that person the time of day. Okay, there's several people. I just, you know, I'm done with them. Lagging on my duties. Take care, Robert. You know, they're not on my radar screen. They're trying desperately to be relevant, and it's fun to see them getting more and more twisted as people ignore them. So, no, well, it was the Russian River, but Henry Hobson, it's our in our little town of Sebastopol here, there's the Laguna de Santa Rosa, which is an area that fills up. It's supposed to be a collection point to keep a lot of flooding at bay, but the rains were so fierce. Yeah, we have another big storm coming tomorrow. The rains were so fierce that the level rose, and it flooded areas it shouldn't be. Yeah, Sebastopol got hit big time. So I'm going to be out there, take the Barlow. I'm going to be walking around the Barlow today and explaining what happened. It's not going to be, you know, it's going to be more of a country club chat today. So, hey, Babbling Brook, nice to see you. It's going to be more of a country club. Watching that, and those that did not do their homework lost their business. Exactly. And it's terrible. The shock and all out there was amazing. There's you know, there's just, hey, Ginger, there's lawsuits coming galore. The owners of the property, it flooded a lot of that area. And tomorrow afternoon, I will probably, I don't think we'll get a signal, but I may go out and do some more. Yeah, I'm too poor for the country club. Me too, Bunny. Me too. Don't forget, if you want a channel shout out tonight, I'm happy to do it. Just drop me. I can make it like new at gmail.com, and we'll get your channel up on a share, and we'll just show people, give you a chance to show you what it's all about. Oh, Mr. X-Man rules. Okay, how you doing? Man, you got banned, huh? Ooh. Put some shrimp on the Barbie. There you go, 180. Libby says, I'm mixed race and get as much racism from black as I do white. That's okay. I hate everyone equally. That's good, Libby. You're fair and balanced. Hey, Kimmies. Yeah, I've seen it, Chris. We went through. I took Narce through Coffee Park. Yeah. But see, they don't really need it. The chances of fire ever getting in Coffee Park again are virtually nil. It's the knuckleheads that are rebuilding up on Fountain Grove and over there. Yeah, isn't Thursday they're supposed to show the first picture of a real black hole? They're supposed to be revealing that. No, we didn't get any damage, Babbling Brook. We didn't. Yeah, don't say it. It could happen. I hear you, Chris, but I'm just saying the odds are very, there's just as much chance one could get loose in our area, Chris. You know what I'm saying? And, we don't. Yeah, that's right. Ginger, well said. Hello, Joey D. Pecan baby. Yeah, it was kind of a fluke, but it could basically happen to me. How are you? Yeah, make sure you unsub the channel, resub, and then hit the notification bell. That works well for live streams. Okay, glad to see you, Mr. X-Man. Sorry you got put in the cooler for 2 weeks. I think they're talking big earthquake is due now here in the Bay Area. Great. Having been through 4 of those babies. I think this weekend, Jen, I'm going to do some work to re-secure the wall of sound and re-prepare that. I've let that slack for 2 or 3 years. Some of the bumpers and cushions that keep that. I don't want to lose all that gear. We call my daughter Babbling Brook. That's funny. Looks like I'm coming apart here. Is it? Yeah, the Betamax. What is it? I can't turn around or my tits will pop out. What is it?
Somebody's pulling in.
They might be dropping somebody off.
Red car.
Cops?
Huh?
Cops?
No.
We might be getting swatted again. Are they still there?
So sitting there, got halfway in that.
Yeah. Monique. I have to let Missy Jenn. I love Monique. She is so freaking quick-witted. I love that. Are they still there?
Put them back on.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes they're dropping people out.
No, nobody got out. They're leaving.
Might be somebody just checking out the Rancho. See, we get people riding by now. They'll take pictures of the Rancho and they'll send it to us by Gmail. Just want you to know we know where you live. It's like I get this shit all the time now. Yeah, the Outer Banks is beautiful. Pecan. No, it's not you, Joey D. Yeah, it's creepy juice. It happens.
Oh, it's raining.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it's going to be clear. Just
across the street.
A passing shower.
2 ladies behind here.
Is Jen okay? She sounds a little croaky, like she's getting it. She's okay. She's practicing for the remake of The Exorcist. I'm just saying they do it. You know, they do it. They'll make sure they send you a picture. You know.
No, they pulled in across the street. It was two ladies with high heels.
Okay, probably some kind of Jehovah's Witness or something. Or
no, not Jehovah's Witness, not with high heels like that.
I don't know. I saw some fancy dancy Latina gals look like they were ready to go night clubbing, you know, for Jehovah's Witnesses. What's going on, bully? That Arab guy kept telling you he loved you in Arabic. I think he's gone now, but yeah, I got a lot. I've got my number 4 country behind U.S., England. Number 5, actually, Canada and Australia, Saudi Arabia, then India. That's the number, the big countries on here. Ooh, that went right down. Woo! Do you have arm muscles? Not really. I don't have a lot of hanging skin. I'm in good shape. Hey, devil. Yeah, I love Nat. I spent time down in. Okay, take care, Pecan baby. Did you all go to dinner? No, Susie. I'm going to grab something to eat out there tonight after my chooching around. I'm not taking Jen because of the rain and stuff, so I won't be leaving till about 4 o'clock or so. So let me do a weather check here. The new laws regarding capital punishment. Yeah, Polly, I'm not surprised. You know, when I was in Malaysia, the prime minister was thrown in jail for sodomy and stuff. So, I mean, I'm used to all of that stuff. Let me see the weather here. Yeah, it's supposed to just be kind of cloudy today. That's why I say value what we have in this country. Oh, thank you, Kim. Value what we have. I'm hoping. You know, if a little bit of dampness isn't going to be a deal killer. Hey, beautiful wife. Freedom fighter. Yeah, the Outer Banks, Kerala, that's where I was, Ginger. The very best national park museum that I ever went to besides the Smithsonian. The number 1 national park that I ever went to was Kitty Hawk. When you go in and see the Kitty Hawk Memorial, you might go in and thinking that the Wright brothers were just a couple of tinkering bumpkins out in some Dayton, Ohio bicycle shop. You'll come away with a whole appreciation for the genius, the mathematical equations, the notebooks, the stuff that these people did. Are the electricians working under the same system as the National Health? I'm not sure. Oh, Nat says, tell Missy Jenn it's 72 degrees in the Ozarks. It'll probably snow tomorrow. Yeah, Kitty Hawk is beyond belief. The incredible way that the National Park Service has set that up.
It's supposed to be a storm front coming through Missouri.
Storm front coming through. 80 in Arizona. That's cool.
56 hits.
I just love the Outer Banks. I was there in like late May, and there was virtually nobody on the beach or anything. You know, it was amazing. It's quiet. The sun is out in Uberland. Yeah, the first flight. They have all the demarcations. They have all the markers there. Yeah, Monique, I love caverns. I don't want to be a cave explorer because that's, like I'd be the dummy that the whole thing caved in on and, be down there forever. But I do love Luray Caverns. It was beautiful. Down on the Patsy Cline Road, down there on the Winchester, Virginia, down on the Skyline Drive. I don't see well, she's like a sister to me. She pretty much takes care of herself these days. That's Missy Jenn. We'll come. There you go. Battling says, we'll come find you if I have to get on my hands and knees and claw. Rosie, I will get to you. I will get you out. How you doing, Mike G? So help me, I will get you out. Yeah, Rudy. Your mom and dad spent their honeymoon in Skyline Drive. You walk by and I fall to pieces. Do 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 do. I fall to pieces. Ooh, ooh. My favorite female country singer of all time, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Patsy Cline. Ooh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen at the round table. Huh?
Who was she married to?
Well, in the movie, she was married to the guy that was in The Right Stuff. I can't think of his name. Can't think of his name in the movie. Sweet Dream. Charlie. Yeah, but what was his? He was. I can't think of the astronauts. He played an astronaut in The Right Stuff. Played her husband in the movie Sweet Dreams with Jessica. Whatever the hell her. I'm old.
Right. The actor.
Yeah, he won an Academy Award. Now, it wasn't Tommy Lee Jones. It was looking to have a boo in London. What do you recommend? How is your personality, Claire? Are you very outgoing and very? Because if you're kind of a shy woman, the boobs are going to bring a tremendous amount of attention you may not want. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pam.
If you're shy like me.
If you're shy, Sam Shepard. No, it was. Let's see, Sweet Dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is behind curtain number 1?
Jessica Lange. Sam Neill? Wait a minute. He was also in Glengarry Glen Ross. Ed Harris, thank you. Ed Harris, thank you. Yeah. Hey, James, NC Slot Guy, nice to see you. Yeah, Ed Harris. He was also in Glengarry Glen Ross, which is a hell of a movie. Oh, you'll be having a mastectomy on the 17th. Prayers for you, Pam. Coffee's for clothes. That's right, Tasha. ABC, always be closing. Always be closing. I always think of Alec Baldwin in that scene, like one of his very first movies, standing in front of a room of guys that basically have all won an Academy Awards, okay? All of them. Jack Lemmon, Ed Harris, who else? Al Pacino. Always be closing. I love that. ABC. That's it, Tasha. You fucking hit the nail on the head. 5th prize is steak knives. That's it. You mad, bro. That's what we used to say when we went out dating. Always be closing, man. Did you close today? Did you get closed? How's the lead? You got some leads? I need the leads. Where are the fresh leads? That's awesome, Tasha. That is fucking so awesome. Always be closing. What a great movie. You glad you're back? Yeah. Great movie. Excellent movie. Always be closing. Yes, Pam, will you be in our thoughts and prayers, honey? Yeah, watched all the effing Life of Sales. That's right. I remember I cut my teeth with AT&T. Short time I lived in New York selling PBX, portable switchboards, and cold calling on businesses up and down skyscrapers in Manhattan. Hi, could you talk? Hi, I want to talk to you about the new beat it, asshole. Start at the top. How you doing? I know, Susie. There's something very good about sales work. Anyway, this might seem redundant. You really do thank you, Nat. Thank you, honey. I'm glad you laugh. I love that. I love that I can make you laugh and be funny. Oh, good, Pam. I'm glad. No half measures, honey. Reconstructive mastectomy is so good now if you choose to have that done. It's absolutely amazing. Just in my lifetime, the things that I've seen be able to be accomplished and putting women back together again. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, your name's a hot topic, Monique. Holy shit. You might as well go join the Texas Rangers, honey. The real ones. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Weather permitting, I'll see y'all out, do a little bit of shoots this afternoon. I want to go out to the flood zones, see how some of these businesses that had shock and awe, if they're putting the pieces back together again. Thank you very much, everybody, for being along. Harvey, good to see you. Good thoughts for you. And yeah, thank you, everybody. I was watching the Beverly Hillbillies and I brought back lots of memories. Yeah. Watch season 1. That's the best one. Thank you, Dory Lynn. Y'all have a good day. Love you, Susie. Thank you. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit it on the way out. Much love to all of you. Okay, much appreciated. If you hit that thumbs up. Thumbs up for Big Rex. Thank you, everybody. Woo!